Hello everyone, today I'm going to teach you how to create a bootable USB stick for Proxmox. So I did create a guide I'm going to put in the video. I'm going to give everyone a viewer access on how to do this if you like reading more than just watching. But essentially you're going to go to etcher.balena.io. So I'm going to go ahead and download Etcher. So when you have the Proxmox ISO, you just can't slap it on a USB stick. You need to flash a USB stick, and that will allow you to have a USB stick that you can actually boot into when you're on like a laptop or a server or desktop, whatever you're using to get Proxmox, the Proxmox virtual environment on your machine. So you can honestly just Google Etcher. I'll put the links in the description, but I have Etcher here. I'm going to download Etcher. So I'm on Windows right now. Right, so Etcher just downloaded. So I'm going to go ahead and get Etcher now. And here it is. The app is on the computer. Once you have that executable, you are able to use Etcher. A pretty simple setup. Like I have the executable in my downloads. You can run it as administrator or just open it. It depends on how you're interacting with your computer, whether you're a user or admin. But I would right click and just run it as admin or open it. I've opened Etcher. This is the application on the computer. We could see the icon here. Flash from file. So I'm going to go ahead on Proxmox. There's another link I'll put in the description, but I've been using 9.1. So I have Proxmox downloaded, I have Etcher downloaded, and we're running the executable now. So I'm going to do flash from file. I am going to just scroll up real quick. You can see in my downloads, I have the Proxmox disk image or ISO file. I'm going to open it. Select a target disk. So I have a 16 gigabyte Patriot memory USB. And the hidden ones are just my own like system drives. I have two TB M.2 NVMe drives. So I've selected the drive and now we will flash. Etcher will turn this drive into a bootable drive. The only problems I have, I had a pack of 5 SanDisk drives, now down to 1. And that's because when Etcher writes Proxmox onto a drive, you can't format it, and when you try to, you can possibly overheat the USB stick and just burn it out. So I have one USB stick here where I tested this on like twice already, where I deleted Proxmox through the command prompt. To go into the command prompt, disk partition and clean, and 3 of the drives I had overheated and like they are not even functional. Like behind me I have a computer that I was trying to get the drives to work on, and I kept trying to get to work on my desktop and they just were not functional. So if you do make a USB stick into a Proxmox bootable, I guess, USB stick or drive, I would just keep it that way, because the steps I was taking to remove everything was essentially I just threw money away. And just in testing for the video, I wasted essentially 3 USB sticks, and they were 32 gig SanDisk. I bought them, using a few of them for a while, and now I had to throw them out, so it's unfortunate. My old like a 10 or 12-year-old Patriot USB stick, which we have in here, and wiped it. I used it for Mac OS, Catalina, another Mac OS. Now we're putting it on Proxmox now, and I'm not gonna mess with it again after this. It's just gonna be the Proxmox USB bootable disk. All right, so now that Etcher is done with the USB stick, I have a USB stick here. It's Proxmox, it's a bootable USB stick for the Proxmox virtual environment. We safely remove our USB stick through ejecting. The USB stick may actually be hot, so make sure you eject it. We don't want anything getting corrupted. Proxmox installer is now ready to use. The only thing I think you should do if you're like using a laptop or like a mini desktop is you need to go into the BIOS. You need to allow virtualization, then 2, to figure out how to boot from the USB. So honestly, those are things you can literally take a picture on your phone with ChatGPT or your specific computer or server or whatever you're using, and just say, this is the model, this is it, how do I enable virtualization or the type 1 hypervisor to get Proxmox installed. And installing Proxmox is pretty easy. I'll end up making a video on how to do that, because I think that's necessary to know as part of my journey as well. Other issues we'll have is the USB is not showing. Try another USB port, use a USB 2.0 if possible. And if you have like a HP or a Dell that you're using, like a laptop or mini desktop, you do have to disable the secure boot. Will not be able to get into Proxmox without it. And I'll have this documentation for you. You could follow along the video. Just utilize the documentation as you see fit. Thank you for watching and have a great day.